Still going steady, aren't we? We could crouch in my basement.
Allow me to introduce myself.
You're locked in with the Basement Dweller, hosted by your boy Jacob, the man at Charles Santoro.
You're blabbering about unnecessary stuff. Cut it out.
Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button to get all the updates from the channel too.
Tell me what your hand's doing over that button first.
But for now, just kick back and lounge out, cause they got a fresh one delivered to your system right here. Alright.
Look, man, like it or not, trans people in the Olympics are here to stay, all right? Welcome to episode 41 of the Basement Dweller podcast. It was a little bit lazy tonight. Lazy guest, lazy background, no background. I'm really not. I'm so bummed out that it's almost 10 o'clock at night right now.
What?
I'm really bummed out.
What does lazy guest mean?
I just picked you. I was like, hey, you want to come on? Or?
I'm just the easy one. Just
Yeah.
wow.
It's like I struck out at the bar, so I'm going to text you at like 2 in the morning. Like, hey, you want to? I don't know. You want
I
to?
ain't got shit. Christian doesn't have shit going on.
Yeah, you want to? I mean, what is your schedule other than wait for me to hang out with you, right?
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
I just wait for you to get back.
Yeah. What's up, man? How you been?
I've been, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just same old shit.
You almost died the other day on the road. That was pretty funny.
I did almost die, but it was kind of my fault.
What happened?
I was coming okay, so I was coming on Northern, right?
Yeah.
Not Northern. Northern. And I was like, I just kept catching like every green light, like in a good way, right? Like it was red as I was approaching it, and then it turned green and I didn't have to slow down, right?
Yeah.
So I was driving through and there was a car that was, stopped at a red light and the light changed green and I was like, okay, cool, I can keep going. And I just went into the next lane and kept going. And then I got into the left lane because I had to turn left. And then this dude tries to cut me off. Like he pulls up next to me and starts like going really fast to cut me off. And then we're like running out of space. So I was like, what the fuck? And then he does cut me off, and I have no time to react. So I just go into the next lane.
That's so
over.
Scary.
Yeah. So I go into the next lane and I just fucking fire it up and I just go and I cut him off. But I cut him off with so little space. To the point where I was like, I'm surprised that dude didn't spin me out. Cause I ended up having to get over into the next lane, into the turn lane. So I flew in front of him and then into the turn lane. And from the moment I started steering the wheel from the right lane, I was already hitting my brakes because I needed to start braking if I was going to stop at the light.
Oh my God.
And then I got there and I don't know. I'm surprised it didn't smack into my rear end, but
I realized. Let me ask you this question. I don't know if you remember. Were you completely dead silent this entire time?
what?
Were you silent? Were you quiet?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that weird? When I got in my car accident, I was thinking about this the other day, when you told me that story. I remember getting in the car accident and I didn't make a single noise. Usually I think of that with TV and movies stuff. They're always oh, whoa! Yeah, but I was I got hit and I was you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was just it's so weird, because you said in the dead of night. You know what else? Did you see that thing on Twitter or iFunny where it's you get a call in the dead of night that your wife has been kidnapped and you have to go rescue her, and you get in your car and you drive. You have the windows down. It's a warm summer night. Are you listening to a song or not? Are you listening to music or not in the radio because you have to go save your wife from
It's
kidnappers?
something if it crosses your mind, then because it's not a thought that you have, but if you do have the grace to be bro, I'm gonna put on some Saving My Wife jams.
Someday love will find you. It's just gonna go get your wife taken style.
No, dude, just put on some Disturbed. Just oh wow.
Yeah, just on the way to and then you're at a red light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so weird. Do you ever drive with no music, no nothing?
I mean, yeah. If my car doesn't have Bluetooth built into it. You know, so I have like the little cassette tape Bluetooth thing that I plug in. I forget it sometimes, and I don't even like listening to the radio anymore. So like, if I don't have it, I just won't listen to music. I'll just listen to all the scary sounds my car makes, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, I gotta fix that soon."
If I'm like super upset, I don't listen to music.
No,
Like if I'm like upset, like angry, like I'll just like I don't know why. Like if I've had like a really shitty day, like I'll just drive from like, or if I'm really really tired, which I feel like on the way home I took my mom took me and my little brother like shooting the other on Sunday, which was actually really fun. No, dude, like I was so tired, I just turned the radio off.
yeah,
I don't know why. Like I just like, but I was also like I definitely for a split second, like for I'm not a split second for like 5 seconds, I was definitely like asleep on the 17.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've been getting so fucking tired lately. Like I'm starting to think that what is it called where you just randomly fall asleep? Just narcolepsy. Seriously, dude. Like I feel like I'm not like I'm just like a dad now, dude. Like I'm on the couch and I do the thing that your dad does, where I'm on my phone. Like I just like holding my phone and like, do you ever do that as you're like falling asleep in bed? Yeah, dude. Like you forget that you're watching something. It's like, huh, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I almost did that in the car. I don't know. Like I was just thinking, like it's weird, like how, like you don't think about it until you think about it. But like driving in a car with no music is just like a weird thing.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like when you're in the shower, like, you know, like you just like self-reflect and like, you just think about nothing and everything.
Have all the fake arguments in your head.
Yeah.
All the arguments that I would have won if I can go back in time.
Stupid Jacob. You know what would have been awesome to say?
Yeah, that would have been fucking.
Oh, should have said that.
Oh,
Damn it.
yeah. That's how I feel all the time with like with my team at work. Like I always feel like I fumble some things like during our meetings, and then in the shower I'm like, oh fuck, I should have said that.
This would have been a great.
This would have been a fucking great thing. Now, dude, my mind. Anytime I buy something nerdy, it's all I've been thinking about. Is like the last couple days is just once again just 40K stuff.
Yeah.
Nuclear war and 40K stuff. Honestly, like I'm so excited. Like every time I get something new, I just get so excited, and it's all like all I think about. And I get so pissed off at you still to this day because I should have never started playing. I don't mean that, but I've just spent so much money on that fucking game. So much money. But you gotta have something, right?
You gotta have something, but you definitely, I think, overkill it sometimes. Like, I think you do buy stuff way too often.
I think it's just like my personality, though. It's like anything I'm into.
You know what I think you do?
What?
I think you do like the woman thing.
What do you mean?
And I think like when you have a bad day, or if like, I think you just seek that like instant gratification. Just like, you know what I won't feel bad about? If I buy some 40K stuff, that'll make,
Thanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
that'll make me happy again.
Yeah, but then I have an anxiety attack the entire time I'm doing it.
Yeah, but then you're building it. And
Yeah. I like that. Like I don't know who I was talking to at work, but yeah, dude, they were just such like a blank slate of, I'm like, what do you do? Like after work? Well, it's like, oh, well, since we've been at home, like, I don't know, I just kind of became like very like sedentary. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, do you read or, well, I mean, I kind of clock out of work and then I cook myself dinner and
oh man,
I watch some TV and I go to bed. I'm just like, dude, like you can't, I don't know.
just living that NPC life.
I just think you need to have something. Like, I feel like a lot of people would really stop being sad if they just did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone has like their hobby, and
Yeah.
I think it's hating ass haters that always love to make fun of hobbies, that their hobbies are just the most bland shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have like I've had friends that like they're legit just like, well, what do you do for fun? So I go out to a bar. Like, I know all the cool places in town. And I'm like, okay, like it just. I collect 40K minis. What?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like,
I'm actually surprised. That's one thing that I was actually really surprised about, because, like, you know, 40K is not one of those things, at least not until, like, I guess kind of recently, like, that you hear about all the time.
yeah, but I think that's just the power of fucking Zuckerberg and the internet, is that we just started talking about it and now we just
So
see it.
we just got algorithmed.
Yeah, dude, you just see it everywhere. Honestly, man, I think that whole, like, that whole fan, or not fan, but that company, like Games Workshop, I think that is such a lightning in the bottle just thing that they've done. Like how much money do you think it costs to legitimately like make the little sprues and stuff?
I mean, I don't know, but like, you figure like 3D printing's pretty far advanced now, and I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they do like pours or if they do like casts or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it can't be that expensive to produce those things.
No fucking way. But yeah, but I mean, how much? They sell them for so much fucking money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, how much was that one model that you got today? That was
The little guy.
this big.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, yeah, $35.
35. Yeah, for a little fucking army man.
They look cool though. I mean, they look super sweet, and that's like the other thing. It's like you know what's crazy is I have other nerds. What the fuck? I think my shit's just losing connection to the internet. I have like other nerds who like will talk shit about like this is what I'm into, and it's always like the people that play like. And I honestly think that's why I'm overplaying like Dungeons and Dragons. I've actually been wanting to talk about this for a while. Is that like Dungeons and Dragons players, from what I've learned, are legitimately they're just in like their own little world. Like it's just that. Like they don't want to do anything else. And look, dude, I think personally, I look, I'm sorry if like people who used to play with us listen to this. I just don't think I've been a part of a group that like has really been so fun that I'm ready to commit like years to it.
Right.
And
no, I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. Like we've tried it too with like a bunch of different types of people.
yeah,
We've even tried to like turn people onto it to be like, but
I think everyone's like, oh, I would love to do that. Like that would be so fun and amazing. But it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like I just feel like once you see how to make a character, people get turned off.
because it takes an hour and a half.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is that like, that's why I love this game, dude. Like our games do take a long time, but it's just, I have so much more fun doing this than I have done anything else.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think this is always like because like, you know what I think? Like there was a game back in the day that I really, really wanted to play because it was like a strategy. What was it called? Heroescape?
Yeah, Heroescape. Is that oh, yeah. Dude, I was just talking about this with Allie. I'm so glad you brought that up. I know exactly what you're talking about.
With like the little...
Yeah.
And it was also a mini game, right? It has minis.
You got to build your own like board and stuff like that. Like, yeah. It was like this, dude. This was, like this thing... So cool. Had all the little hexagons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling Allie about this. My mom got this for me when I was a kid. Not once did I even actually play the fucking game. I just liked building the terrain.
Yeah, dude,
and like,
you build the terrain and then like wait, like I don't know how to play it. Like what, you just like battle or something?
Yeah, I mean it's literally 40K. Like they each have their own like little data cards and stuff like that, and it's like a
40K junior.
Yeah, and you like roll dice and stuff like that, and then like different terrain means different thing. Like this is the stuff that I love right here. Like this is the stuff that gets me going. Like look, I have a pretty extensive imagination. I just get turned off in D&D, especially when, I don't know anyone who has the big fucking board and like all the actual like little minis and like
right. And I think that's like why D&D always felt kind of like anemic to me. Because it's like, we never had like the game mat with like the game pieces and like, the layouts and stuff. So it's like, it just felt like we were just pretending, sitting in a circle playing pretend.
Oh, how much is this?
$255.
No, that's an expansion. This is the OG one. This is the one that I had. It's definitely used. I mean, they still aren't making this game.
234.
230. Let's see. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh, God. I would so buy this. It's fun, dude. Like even like this was a starter set, and this was a banger.
No, I remember it came with like a ton of shit.
Yeah, it came with like this big old fucking dragon and like all these different factions and like dude, like these dudes like right here on the cover were my fucking favorite, man. Like these guys were so cool. Yeah, and I would just play pretend. I never even played with a real person. I just
right, and like that was like the game where I was just like, man, I wish I could get that. Like when I was little. So like now that I'm like an adult, like I don't want to buy that game anymore. Like it looks cool, but it also still does look kind of like a child's game.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, I think that it's just us like being just adults with money. It's kind of like what I think I labeled that episode with me and Allie. Like that's just we're adults with money. Like that's or we're children with money. Yeah. That's really all it is. And I don't know. I'm just I can't get over people who are just fucking hating ass haters about it.
It's fun, and like I don't know. It's a complicated game, dude. And
But I mean, I will say, I mean, we play this game heavily, but I mean, like this is the one that I just bought, and I got it at a fucking discount. Yeah, this thing is $50 from GW.
yeah,
but
he's like what, like 3 inches?
yeah,
tall,
he's
maybe?
like that big. It looks cool though.
Oh, he looks great.
You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest turnoff though, is I see this and then I painted some of mine. I was like, that sucks. Like, this isn't the fucking shit, you know? But I will say, my biggest gripe about this game, this is probably the most gatekeeping game I've ever played.
You think?
I know. For sure. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I guess you've played with randoms before.
Yeah, I mean, because like with D&D, it's always just like, oh, come on, like, oh, whatever. Because,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, oh,
Because anybody can really play.
come play
like,
pretend, you know,
preset
stuff like
characters
that.
and
But it's
stuff,
just
yeah.
like, this game is complicated and all that stuff. But I don't know. I've just found so much fucking, like, good vibes from it.
Yeah, I've never I've talked to tons of people about 40K. I mean, and I've never found anyone that was like super like, you know, lame about it. Like you said, like gatekeeping.
I like it because you have the people who play it, or you have the people who just read the books. Like Andy, my bass player, has never played the game, but he knows all about it because he
Yeah,
reads
and there
the
are
book.
people that buy the minis and make the minis and stuff and never play.
Right. They just, like, set them up.
Set them up because they look sick.
Right. I don't know. I just think all around it's such a good hobby, and I just think, I'm not saying everyone needs to do it, but I just think someone needs to have something that like really gets them going like that, you know?
Yeah.
Learning about, you know, just something new. Like, I think that's what I'm attracted to, is just learning about new things, you know? Or like bettering myself with like knowledge. Like, yeah, I put so much fucking money into this little show that I do, you know, but like learning about it, like it made me so happy to learn something new, like to learn a new passion. So it's like, you know, I always give you shit, like, because your biggest thing is like lore and story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I still don't know half this shit. I just like to, like, I just learn all the mechanics and like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just like I'm a walking, talking encyclopedia of useless knowledge.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's cool.
When are you gonna start building race cars?
Race cars. Well, you mean like my car?
Yeah.
Dude, I need to work on it. I mean, I've been doing it. Like, I've been fucking with my car. I mean, I don't have a ton done to it. It sounds super mean. No, I think all I've done with my car is like I've just put in an intake, an exhaust, a suspension kit, and I had a spoiler on it, but that didn't last very long, and some headlights and some taillights. I think that's it.
I think you need to start going to go see like car clubs and stuff like that.
See, you want to talk gatekeeping, dude? Like, car guys do that, man. Because you know what? You know, because it's like it's different than 40K in a sense where like, you know, in 40K could be like, this unit is good for this. Well, I think this unit's actually good better for this. You know?
Yeah.
Cars, it's like my car's the best car. You know, just know my car is the best car. Well, let's race. You know, and see. You know,
That's like the one thing that I've just never been interested in, like on a like deep dive level. Like, I think cars are cool. Like, I mean, I would love a cool car, but I don't know shit about shit. I don't know what does this. I don't
neither
know.
did
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about cars until I had a shitty car. And I had to fix that thing all the time, and I had to teach myself how to fix it, and then I started learning the names of parts, starting to recognize those parts on different cars, and then I started learning about like manufacturers and like different, you know, things here and there, what parts like you should spend money on, what parts like you are more just like, you know, cool to have that you can spend less money on, you know, and it's like, it's a fun thing to do. It's like, I don't know. I like people who have cars that kind of represent like themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I like people who have cars with personality, and I don't think my car necessarily represents me, but because, you know, I've got a bunch of like weeby shit all over mine. I've just got a bunch of Japanese writing on my car.
Yeah. I don't know. I just see like all these things like on Instagram, and like I have friends who are like they go to like the track and stuff like that, and they're like drifting their cars, and I always think like, oh, you would love that.
I would. My car's not a drift car though.
No, but like I've just always been curious. Like, how come you never like go on like those pages and then go to like meets or stuff like that?
I am on a page specifically because I drive a 2002 Accord V6, and there is actually a pretty good, decent following here in Arizona for that kind of car, you know. And I am in a group on Facebook, and they do arrange like meets and stuff sometimes. They don't race, but they do like
No, none of this stuff is like racing. No, I'll have to show you. I don't remember her name on Instagram, but like her whole page is just like about cars and stuff like that, and like this like little like crew that she like rides with, and I don't even know. I think they're like out of like Tempe or Mesa. I don't know, one of those fucking. But there's like tracks and stuff, and like there's like this one guy who like he was drifting around, and then they follow him with like a drone. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Like I don't know, like.
No, I would definitely do that stuff. I just don't feel like my car is like, it's not there yet. You know.
Is that why you're like don't want to go?
Honestly, yeah. Like I know, like don't get me wrong. Like I know my car is in better condition than a lot of cars, out there that are customized. It's just like, there's a lot of things that like, I feel like my car right now, it's more just kind of like I was going to say fuck bucket, but I don't fuck in that thing. I mean like fuck bucket as in like, I'm fucking it up all the time.
Yeah.
Cause like, my car's really low in the front. So like I have a body kit on it and like the front of it's cracked and I'm constantly fucking that shit up.
I feel like you're gatekeeping yourself almost.
Well, yeah, kind of. It's just like, I just want to be, if I show up to something like that, I want to show up with something that I'm proud of. And it's a work in progress right now. Yeah,
I feel that way. You know what made me feel good, going back to like the nerd stuff, is that I thought everyone was like into painting and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Very seldomly do I actually see people who are playing that paint their shit.
Really?
Yeah, it drives me crazy. I thought that was like, that is a third of the hobby.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's always been like my biggest gripe is that like if you just don't go into it all the way, like it just annoys me.
Right.
Like I hate people who are like I've seen people like a bunch of money. I mean, they've spent thousands of dollars on this shit, but then like they show up and they're all just like primed black.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, that's kind of boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not as immersive, and it's
Oh hey, what's up? Don't worry, we're just recording.
We'll wait for you.
No, it's okay. We'll wait. Allie's out here, everybody, taking out her trash. No, I just want, I don't know. Like, I don't understand someone who just goes into something like just
half-assed.
Yeah, just half-assed. And it's just like, I'm not trying to say by any means that like I don't know. I feel like people just instantly get discouraged or they're just like, what's the point? And I'm just like, the point is that it's part of the fucking thing. It's part of, I don't know. But I am just super hard on myself and just hard on everyone else around me. I just want everyone to just take what they love to do to the fullest.
Yeah.
Like I was telling before this, like I love your brother. It's driving me crazy that it's still taking him this long to just send me something.
Dang, you're just gonna add him on.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever. It's whatever. Like you told me at the beginning, it's like who cares? Like it's not my problem to worry about it, and it's just a little fucking minute and a half video. But it's like I want to make it because I'm excited to make it.
Right, but like I said, like if it's his promo and he's not in a hurry to get it out, I mean, it shouldn't be a priority of yours.
I don't know. I just have been falling in love with like video editing over the dumbest shit. Like it's so fucking fun to me. So I just want to keep making. I want to keep making projects. I'm gonna go shoot a video with Justin on Sunday. I'm really excited for that. Just make a bunch of like silly cuts and edits and stuff. I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe people can agree with me out there. I just always feel like I need to be consistently doing something, or else I feel like just a fucking waste. Like I feel like just lame. Like if I'm not consistently stimulating myself with something, like I don't know how to like turn it off.
Well, I mean, that's the world we live in, man. We live in the age of technology where everything, all the information is on your phone, any entertainment's on your phone or on the TV or on your computer. Like, we live in an age of, like, instant gratification.
Yeah, so, but I mean, like, it's just, like, I always want to do something, like, with my hands. Like, I always want to make something.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
That's why, like, I want to go back to painting my stuff. I'm more than appreciative that you've been helping me with my minis and painting them because they're a bitch and a half to paint, but I don't know. Like, I want to like just do something always. Like, I can't, like on my days off, I can't sleep in. I can't like just sit down and have some coffee. Like I'm instantly on my computer learning something or like, but like I don't want to compare myself to one of those guys who's like, you need to read a book every day. Like that's fucking no. Like, like I'm not trying to do
You're
that.
Just becoming a crotchety dad.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to do that shit. I just think that everyone should just learn a fucking skill. Like, and just or if you're going to fucking, I don't know, dude. Like, if you're, I don't know. I'm just mad at everybody.
Everyone stop.
Yeah, everyone
stop it.
Knock it off.
You're upsetting Jacob.
Yeah, you're making me mad. Get a job, hippie. Do something with your life. No, I'm actually trying to do the exact opposite. I'm trying to just never have to work it ever again for anyone. But now it's impossible, and it just bums me out. And then we're all going to get blown up, which also bums me out.
We're not going to get blown up. Let's not make it political. It's still very early and all that shit. And
I know.
The politics make people crazy.
I don't even know anything other than the fact that just at any time, a man's psyche can just snap and he can destroy the world.
Just invade a country.
Right, dude. Like, it's just such a fucking daunting thought. Like, I was telling Allie, it's like, I don't think I've felt this small in my life. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what I think scares me the most about that whole thing? I mean, now that, like, I know I said let's not get into it.
Whatever,
now
dude.
we're getting into it.
Yeah, what else we got? Yeah.
I think the thing that's scaring me most is the fact that there's, like, a lot of, like, videos and stuff out there of, like, the Russian soldiers, and they, like, apparently don't know, like, what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Like, they're just like, we didn't know. You know, which I also think is, so, like, yes, that sucks if that's true.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what would Putin tell his soldiers to say if they were captured by the enemy?
Yeah.
You know, just hey, if you get caught, you don't know shit about dick.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know anyone who's going to disagree with me and be like, nah, man, the Russians got it all figured out. But, like, what little things I've been reading about it, it's just like, no one over there is like, everyone over there is just like, why? Like, what are we doing? It's like it's his thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to do drafts now over there, and people are just dismantling and destroying, like, the draft boards over there.
Dude, wait, in Ukraine or in Russia?
No, in Russia.
Oh, fuck.
And then you have, in the same opposite, or like in the opposite, you have people in the Ukraine literally just making fucking, just napalm factories. You know what I mean? You just have, like, families just making fucking Molotov cocktails.
All right, family.
Yeah, dude, they're out there.
Cowabunga time.
Dude, no, seriously, they're out there doing, like, fucking like drill exercises. And
Oh, yeah.
it's insane. And, like, everyone in there has to be someone that country's fucking huge.
You know what I saw?
What?
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I saw a video, and apparently you can just go to, like, a Ukrainian embassy or something like that, and you can just become, like, a mercenary.
Yeah.
Like, you can just go sign up. Just, hey, I want to sign up for the war.
Did you see the one that I saw, like, with the British dude?
Yeah.
He just, like, showed up and he's like, yeah, I'm here to help. You
and
know?
he's like, all right, this is all your information. Then it shows them, like, unloading, like, their uniforms and shit. Like,
hey, man, an AK would be sweet.
I think he's busy with other stuff right now.
AK-47 would be dope, you know. I want to talk about our trip around the world, man.
Oh, no.
So we were trying to decide if I was allowed to go to Mecca, and man, did I find out that I am literally not allowed to go.
It was funny because you're like, what are they going to do? Stamp my Muslim card? And then we, like, researched it a little bit, and, like, that's literally what they do. Like, you have a Muslim, like an Islam visa.
Yeah.
That they have to, like, verify in order for you to enter that city.
I'm just trying to see cool religious shit, and
You were talking about the
yeah, Mecca.
no, what's that thing that you were looking at? The big box thing.
I thought that's what it was called, Mecca.
Mecca's the name of the city. That thing is called, like, the Kaaba or something like that.
Yeah, that thing. What does it have in it again? It has all right, now we gotta look it
has
up.
something
I knew that I was screen recording for a fucking reason, so let's see. What is Mecca? Oh wait, hold on. What? No. Okay, so Mecca. Okay. Oh yeah, so that thing, right? This.
Yeah.
What is this?
Kaaba.
Kaaba. Okay, yeah. So this is the thing that I wanted to go check out. And, like, I know that it's not just a bunch of fucking people gathering. Like, I know they're going there to pray and stuff like that. I just wanted to go see it, and apparently, like, I'm literally not allowed to.
Not allowed.
It makes me want to go see it more. Like, that's what stresses me out. Like, I just, like, because I'm not allowed. Hold on, let's see. What? Let's see. Okay, the interior. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh my god.
Wow, canceled.
I know, dude. The interior contains nothing but the 3 pillars supporting the roof and the number of suspended silver and gold lamps. During most of the year, Kaaba is covered with an enormous cloth of black brocade.
No idea.
The kiswa, the Kaaba surrounded by pilgrims during the Hajj, Mecca, Saudi Arabia. I thought it said it had something like to do with Adam.
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, I want to check that out, and then I want to check out. There's like an Old Testament like slab in did I put OL? It's the Old Testament.
Ye Old Testament.
Yeah. Like I want to go see that in Jerusalem. Like there's like legitimate like original like quote unquote like printings of like the scripture, you know? Like I don't know, like that stuff I don't know. I definitely am butchering this. People are going to get mad at me. Like I don't know, like
it's all in the name of curiosity.
Well, I mean just like theology, like
the pursuit of knowledge.
Yeah, like theology has always just interested me, you know?
I apologize if it comes off as ignorance or offensive, but
yeah, no.
It's like you said, it's interesting to learn about stuff that you don't know shit about.
Seriously, so it's like I always thought that stuff was cool, and like I watched this cool video on like how people will literally like you can't go in the city of Mecca. It's like a legitimate pilgrimage.
Yeah,
like you walk to Mecca. Like it's like that's such like a cool thing, like to me, like and. Like I respect that. I don't know, dude. Like I've always found religion to be such an interesting concept that it's just a bunch of fucking dum dums on a rock. You know, like
yeah. No, it's. I mean, it's like I was telling you. Like as far as I know, like Islam, like people who follow Islam are like, it's like one of the most. What would you call it? I can't think of the word. Like
zealotous.
No, don't say that.
What?
Don't say that.
I thought that was just like super religious.
It can be. I mean, it can be perceived in a bad way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. All right, there. I'll just dub that over later.
No, it's just very like pure. I guess that's kind of the way to say it. Like the people who follow that are like very, very devout. You know, it's like it's not like us. You know, over here. Where like you know we have like you know little Christian communities and it's like they go and watch a rock band every Saturday.
yeah.
You know, and
our
like,
God saves.
And they're like I went to church.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you know, like I was raised as like a Catholic.
Yeah.
You know, and that's some church. You know,
that's like some guilt too.
That's like you go into a castle and there's a dude in a white and gold robe.
Yeah.
Right.
You get up and sit down. Get up and sit down.
You do that a bunch. You know,
Do some
it's
of
not
these.
entertaining. You know, and that's why like. You know, I knew a lot of people in, you know, I don't know if you could say it, but like that really big church, Christian church that's very present around here.
Are you talking about CCV?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, who cares,
Okay,
dude?
CCV.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Like we had a lot of friends that belonged to that church. I don't know if you did you?
Yeah, I went there.
Oh, so yeah.
I went to the one in Surprise, only because there was a lot of girls there I wanted to, you know.
I mean,
You know.
yeah, I definitely went there too for a period of time because of a girl.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like not once while I was there did I ever feel like I was at church.
No.
You know, I felt like I went there, we played like games
And, yeah.
and watched YouTube videos and you know, like that was it. I was like, when do we? And then you know they'll break and they'll be like, so this is why you know this team building blah blah blah. I don't know. They would try to link it to God somehow.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll never forget, dude. That's when I learned about Coney.
What?
Do you remember Coney?
Yeah, I remember Cody.
That was when we learned, and the girl I was dating at the time was just like, "This is a big issue." And it was that guy. It was so funny because there was one guy that was like orchestrating that whole like Coney.
Yeah. I watched a video, dude. Shout out to Internet Historian on YouTube. That guy is the best YouTube channel, probably like in my top 3 for sure. And he did a whole video on that guy. It was so fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it's like you know, so it's like a bunch of teenagers like learning about Coney, who's just like this warlord, right? Who's just capturing kids and doing whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but you know, we were like sending money and like making stuff and you know whatever. And then like a couple weeks later, this dude's on bath salts running naked through the city.
No, so that is, I knew you were going to bring that up. So so that what actually happened is that guy just was cracking under pressure. So because that dude was so big,
that's more than pressure. Dude.
No. Hold on, no, because it's a whole thing. So that guy was like flying all over the place and like doing press things and like being on the TV and like on different news channels and like literally in the same day, like going to different states and people were like, when are things going to change? What's happening? Like they scheduled all these events that were supposed to be like these big, like go out to the street and, fucking Coney, and shit like that. No one,
but then they were like, make signs.
he just had like a mental breakdown. He had a mental breakdown and he fucking snapped. But no, he wasn't on drugs. Like that was like the big thing and he wasn't on drugs. But yeah, he stripped naked.
I feel like that's worse.
I know. Yeah. He just fucking freaked out and he fucking got naked.
He got naked and just jumped on cars and
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like back then, I haven't.
No, of course I'm not. Yeah,
it recently,
God,
but
you stupid. No.
Get your facts straight.
That's
dude.
funny that you found that out in church, though.
But yeah, that's where we learned about it. And then, like, I remember the girl I was dating at the time was like, we should support this and we should make signs and we should go stand and do this and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not going to do any of that. But
dude, whole time.
I'm about to pop.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at fucking girls' bras and shit like that, just trying to fucking pray.
Heaving, well-implanted breasts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, that's the only reason I went to church.
No, dude, I mean, definitely there was, like, there was a lot of cute girls there, but
Okay, look, that was the only reason I went to that church. I would go to like this, like, see, the kind of church that I like is like the super, like, there's 12 people that go there, and like it was actually right across the street from where your apartment was in Peoria, is where I used to go in high school. Right next to the library, there's like these little like very small like little mini mall looking thing where you could rent out space, and that's where the church was. Yeah, and it was like a dude singing on the guitar, and then you had Pastor Manny, God rest his soul, he was an amazing guy. And then you had a lady who ran like the little babies, like like what, not youth group, but like just for like little toddlers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you had like the adults that like and me, and like I liked it because like that to me was very like neighborly.
sure.
So like I liked a lot of the lessons that I learned from going to Christian church and stuff like that. But then I go to like these because my dad's side of the family always went to like these like mega churches and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is just like, here's why you need to give us all of your money.
Right.
And like that turned me off.
Yeah, and like, so, I mean, not to knock my parents, right? Because my parents,
I love how timid you are on this platform.
it's just, I know that, they listen to it, and I don't want them to think that, because I've had this conversation with them tons of times.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I've told them this too, like, it just seems like you said, like corporation, like almost, like, and it also seems like, a lot of like the adult stuff, because I've gone with them once or twice, like just because I had to, because I didn't have a ride or something like that. Well, if you're coming to church with us,
Yeah.
So I've done that a couple times, and it's like it almost always seems like it's geared towards like failing relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda. Yeah.
like it's just like this is how you keep your relationship alive, by keeping God in your relationship.
Which is also very frustrating, I will say too, is like it's like the same way I feel about like AA. I feel like AA in itself is initially flawed because they put religion in it.
Right.
Like one of the steps is essentially accepting God in your life.
Yeah, like I can't be sober unless
Right.
I'm a Christian.
Right. Like I think that's like really dumb. Like I think that people should, this is where I get timid, because it's like, again, like I who am I? But it's like, it is my platform. I could say whatever I want. But I don't know. I think when you let it run your entire life, I just think that's flawed, just like anything else. Like I make fun of the fucking, as much as I love this game that I play, I make fun of the nerds of their entire thing.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when your personality is just one thing, I just think that's just not healthy.
Just be a colorful human being.
But I will say that like Christianity and like going to like Christian church taught me a lot about just like do unto others. You know what I mean? Which is why I'm not, I'm very, I love, helping the poor, and I love, just helping you. I'm just kidding. This is when I throw you $10. No, but like little stuff like that. Just like I always I'm a firm believer of like what goes around comes around kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but it's like you said, like, I mean, I don't know if you said it. It sounded like you said it. Like, don't be a dick. Just like in general. Like, I don't know. Like, I could talk about that stuff forever. But it's
I don't need to dedicate something.
It doesn't take an entire lifestyle or a life change to become a good person.
Right.
It can be a life change, but it's like also just just be mindful. Be
right.
Conscious of others, be like, just don't be a dick.
Well, you shouldn't have to dedicate every Sunday to a fucking sermon just so you're like, well, that's why I don't rape people. You know what I mean? Like you just,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I just find that, just be a good person. Like that's what it really comes down to. And I think if you rely on the crutch of anything, just like, well, without God in my life, like I'm just an asshole. There's like, no, man, you're just an asshole.
Right.
And it's the same people just, like obviously I'm not, if someone says like, oh, God bless, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck did you fucking say? It's like, cool. All right. Thanks, man. But
no, you're right. Like it seems almost like this is what I get from it a lot of the time. It almost seems like it definitely seems like it gives some people an excuse to be shitty.
Yeah.
You know, because no matter what, in any religion, like there's always people who think they're better than you because they have religion, right? Yeah. And then there's also people who think that, you know, because they have religion, they can be a shitty person and be forgiven. You know, well, I go to church, you know, like fucking, I don't know. It's just, it could be difficult. And that's why I just choose not to associate with that kind of stuff. And I just try my best to not be a shitty person.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, that's what it comes down to, is that I think that, because I mean, every religion, I mean, it doesn't matter like what you practice, they're all going to teach essentially the same core principles for the most part, you know. But I think when you start doing things like, I'm not going to do that because like the Bible tells me not to. Okay, and when I say that, I mean not anything negative, you know, but I think like the whole you know how like everyone like everyone's like go-to arguments like, oh, like, you're such a devout Christian but you eat like shellfish, it says in the Bible, you know. Right. It's just like, it's like, oh, I don't eat shellfish because it's like, come on, dude. And I will say that for other religions with that, I'm just like, oh, really? Like that's part of the thing? Like, okay, like, yeah, I don't know. Like that part drives me crazy.
It does because it's like, I don't know who is it? It was like David Cross, I think. Where he said like anything with this, I could assume it's David Cross. well, like remember he said that thing like he's like, I'm not gonna follow like a book that's been rewritten, you know, destroyed, rewritten, destroyed, you know, right, 1,000 times over, you know, like I forget he said something like that, but like kind of.
I don't know, man. Firm believer. The only reason why being gay was such a taboo thing for most of history was because people were just mad that they couldn't be with another man, and they started fucking wars about it. I've always had that kind of conception about a lot of things, like with like stuff like that. You can't do that because, you know what I mean? Like it's just
it all comes down. So you want to know what my theory is, and it kind of goes in with what you're saying. Like what I think happened is I think it's just about control.
Yeah,
you know, I think it's genuinely just about controlling mass amounts of people by getting them to rally under a specific belief, right? And what better belief to play on than, you know,
guilt?
Guilt and the fear of death and the fear of suffering for eternity.
Yeah, you
know. So yeah, tell people like, hey, like if you do these bad things, like you will burn in hell. You know, you will be tortured for the rest of eternity.
Right. Like, I mean, that was definitely a big fucking scary thing for me as a kid. Like,
me too. I can remember like being like 4 years old, you know, crying to my mom because I thought like I was going to burn in hell. Like I was just like, you mean I have to be good like my whole life?
Right.
You know, like I can't make mistakes. I can't do anything wrong or I'm going to burn forever.
Right.
Like, you know?
Right.
And, you know, not like my mom was like one of those like, you know, like you're going to burn in hell, but like,
yeah, but I mean, the people around you that you were kind of forced to be a part of or like with, I mean, like they essentially were like that. I mean, that was a lot of like traditional ministers and like, you know, priests and stuff like that. That was like essentially their original soapbox.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's fear mongering, you know, almost like, and I think that's what it is. Like you teach people like, hey, you know, so I think a bunch of people got together and they were just like, so what do we think constitutes like a good civilization or a good society? And it's like, you know, this can't happen. Obviously murder, you know, rape and all that shit can't happen. You know, so I think a bunch of people just wrote a bunch of rules and they were just like, hey, like, just so you guys know, like, someone's watching us, you know, and they know everything bad that you're doing. And if you do bad things, you're going to suffer for eternity.
Which is so funny because how many times have you heard of just those same people getting busted for the dumbest fucking...
Right. And so it's just, I think that's all it is. I think it's just about a way to control mass amounts of people, you know? So it's like, it makes sense, you know, because I don't know.
It's like our old friend, dude.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, I need that bitch right now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, we gotta have her on. She'll fucking tell us, dude. She'll fucking...
Yes, you do, motherfucker.
Yeah, you need God in your life. Yeah, dude, like those people were always my favorites. Aren't you afraid? Like that when you know...
Yeah, I'm just like, you know...
Now we're just going straight political.
Dude,
whatever.
I'm sorry, everyone.
That's okay. I love talking about it. Whatever. We'll move on to this next. I know you see it. We'll talk about this next. No, man. I mean, it really is. Like, it's just like, yeah. Like, I mean, I had grandparents like that. It's just, yeah. I mean, it put the literal fear of God in me. Like, if I looked at, one of like my dad's fucking Sports Illustrated magazines, and I got fucking wood, and I was getting like thinking about like sexual things with like a lady, I was like, oh no, like,
Yeah.
like this is it, all because of this. I will say, I learned at a very young age about the whole like loophole with Christianity, essentially. Just
Or
like,
if you just
I'm
accept
sorry.
God.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I would, as a kid, like I would do that a lot. I was a huge kleptomaniac when I was a kid. Yeah. So dude, I'm not joking, and I know Hillary hates this. This is like her biggest platform, and she hates when I talk about it because she's so against stealing. As long as it's not a mom and pop shop, like people don't, you know what I mean? But if you're talking like Walmart, Target, whatever, who cares? Steal from them. They could fucking, like when people were rioting and fucking stole from that Target, I'm like, good, whatever, dude. Go get your nut. Like, who fucking cares? And that's how I felt ever since I was a kid. I was like, these are fucking billionaire corporations. Like, they're not gonna be mad if I steal $10 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, And like, I would do that shit all the time. But what I would do is after I stole them and I got home, I would literally just be like, I'm sorry, God. But I really wanted these. Just such like a, and I felt,
Sorry, but I really wanted them.
and then like when I started the fucking like in high school and I started touching myself, yeah, I would just be like, sorry, God, like, but I'm gonna do this.
Dude, that's always what I thought. Like, you've heard the term post nut clarity.
Mm-hmm.
That's always what I thought that was.
Yeah,
Like, I thought it was just me just being punished for doing
just
that.
what have I done?
Yeah, because you just feel guilty after,
Yeah.
like, especially when you first start doing that, and you're just like, "This is," like, even if nobody's told you about it, you're like, "I don't know what this is, but I know it's wrong," And am I right?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's definitely. I mean, now I don't have.
Oh, who
post-nut.
fucking cares?
Yeah, I don't have post-nut. But yeah, in high school, like absolutely, like I would just feel like so because it's also just awkward. Like we live, and as adults, we're not with our parents anymore and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, everyone has a story where it's just like you fucking bust a nut, and then your mom's just like dinner, like it's time for dinner, and you're like, okay.
Oh, now I gotta go see my family.
Yeah, after that, just fucking.
I'm about to pop.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. Like I felt horrible every single time, but it's so good. It's like fucking doing crack, dude.
That's a pop.
It feels
dinner
so
table.
good. Like you just don't think about the ramifications.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like even now as an adult, like it still happens to me. Like fucking if I do it, like because like there are some nights where I'm like I just had an energy drink a half hour ago and now I'm laying in bed. I'm like I gotta do something about this. So like straight up, I'll do it just to go to bed. Just 'cause
Yeah, it's
it'll
a
make
good.
me
Yeah, it's a
tired.
good sleeping thing. I
Yeah.
used to like doing it. I used to love getting. Because like me, it's like I smoke weed, but like I smoke weed in a way where I literally use it as just like a couch melter. Like I don't like to do anything, So I used to do this thing when I lived in that apartment by myself. I would just get violently high. Like I would get so fucking high that like it was hard to even like walk. And keep in mind, luckily I didn't have to. You saw that apartment. I had a fucking couch that I slept on. Like I didn't even use my room.
That's like about all you had.
Yeah, I had a couch and
couch.
a CRTV to play Smash Bros. It was a literal man cave,
You're
dude.
just gonna sell cars and then come home and sit on your couch and play Smash.
And I would get so fucking high, and then yeah, of course, like I would reward myself with with that. I would reward myself by just jerking off and falling right to bed.
See,
In your own filth.
I don't do it to reward myself because even now, like I'll do it and I'll just be like, why do I do this?
I haven't done it in a long time, dude. I
Really?
officially started like I lost count. I wasn't joking, dude. I think I made the announcement. Like I'm not joking. Like a little bit after episode 10, and yeah, 30 episodes later, I still haven't.
Wow.
I want to, but I just don't.
Why?
I don't know. Like I just you know what I think? I don't know. Like I feel like I think it comes from like a body issue. Like I think I just look gross already. Like I feel gross, and then I think of me.
You're just like, I wouldn't fuck me.
Yeah,
I need to stop fucking me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh gee. Oh yeah.
Ew.
But like, yeah, I mean, and then like I think of like a third party like shot, like a third person view of me jerking off. I'm like, that's gross. Like I don't sexy like.
Have you ever done it in a mirror?
I've seen out of my peripherals, but I've never like.
Just like
Yeah, no, I mean, but there's. That's a good fucking clip for the
power move for yourself.
Yeah, that's a good fucking thumbnail for the YouTube video. Just both of us, just fucking. No, I mean, but like my bedroom, my closet has mirrors, So like when like Allie and I have sex, like sometimes I see my big fat body on top of her, and I'm just like, oh, like it's putting me off right now. Sometimes I want to do like the American Psycho thing, just like the, but
Hell yeah.
yeah, just like flex. But I don't know. Like I honestly think. Plus, I was doing it so much that I got really lazy. Like that's all I fucking did. Like I woke up, I did it. I did it on my fucking breaks at work. Like I fucking dude. Like. Yeah, and I was just like, all right. But every time I did it, like, I just had no interest in doing anything else. Like, it would be to the point where, like, I'd be like, all
from
right.
home, though, right? Like, when you
Yeah,
work from
no,
home.
dude, I have heard so many horror stories of people jacking off at work that I'm just like, I could never.
Really?
Never. Like, anywhere, like,
What if it was, like, a single stall, like, locked bathroom?
No.
No?
No, I'm too afraid. All it takes is for one person to catch me, and I'm fucking done for life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it's just, like, a one stall, like, you lock the door, like, nobody can come in? Still no?
Because I know that I'm in a professional setting, and there's people within 50 feet of me doing actual work. Like, that's such a fucking weird feeling. You know what I mean? It's like the same reason why, like, I've never been interested in, like, having sex in public or being frisky in public, because I'm just like, this is just putting me off, because it's like, that's just not what I'm into. Like, I feel like this is just
voyeurism.
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't know, like none of that porn ever turned me on. Like, I'm just like, people are like, could walk by, you know what I mean? I'm just like, ugh, like.
No, yeah, definitely, like there's porn where it's like, like a girl, like, flashing her tits in, like, a library or something.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Like, that just gives me anxiety.
Yeah,
like, really. Like, I'm just like,
I think of me being like a person that walks by, like, do you see that? Like, what the fuck? Like if I saw
what do you
that,
do in that situation?
I don't know.
Do you call them out? I feel like you have to, right?
Would you call them out? I'd mind my business.
Really?
I'd mind my business.
See, okay, so this is what I'm thinking of, right? So, if it was me and I was in a library and there's a girl at one of the computers just starting to get naked, it wouldn't cross my mind like, oh, she's doing porn. It would cross my mind like, she's crazy.
Well, keep in mind though, like in those situations, they're not like out in public. They go to like a hidden spot, like off the beaten path of those public places.
Of a public library?
But I'm saying, like, look, like, let's watch it.
Let's just watch some porn real quick.
Yeah. That'll go past YouTube, right?
Let's dissect this.
Yeah, like I'm just saying that it's not like in a situation where they're not going to go like where there's like a circle of people. Like they're going to go in like a spot of the library that like no one else is in
no shit,
on like the second floor.
But like, again, like you said, there's always the chance that somebody will walk by.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like if I was that person that walked by and I witnessed that, I wouldn't think that it was like, I'd be like, this person's out of their fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like at that point I'd tell somebody.
Oh, see,
I feel like just because, okay, so like it's a public, if I'm in a library, because I haven't been to a library in many a year,
Yeah.
but if I'm ever in a library, chances are I'm going to be there like with my kid, you know? And if my kid is with me and we're looking at the little kid books or whatever, and he sees some lady getting naked, fuck yeah, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's like the dad thing.
I guess.
You're just trying to read your son The Giving Tree, and there's just some dude behind you.
You got sexy feet, by the way.
Don't look at my son's feet.
Yeah, I would do like the thing where I'd be like, "Oh, sorry," like I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
like you
anything.
just walked in on somebody like in the bathroom.
Because I've seen like public sex, like I've seen that stuff before. So it's just like I'm like, whatever, dude, like do your thing. Like,
Seen it?
yeah,
Where?
well, like when I lived in California.
Oh, I mean, that's a different world, I guess. But
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, but it's like almost like this. I mean, no, it's not secret, but I mean, it's still kind of the same like taboo thing.
well,
So it's like okay, whatever, mind my business. That's how I feel. But that's how I feel about day-to-day life, Christian. Like it's just like if I see, and obviously you're gonna agree with it, but it's I mean I would think, but like if I see someone stealing, if I see someone,
I'm not a snitch. I mean, I don't care. Like if I mean, unless it's my job to catch you, like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Unless I'm getting paid to do it.
yeah,
But at the same time, like it's just like, don't do crazy shit. I think the only reason I really think about that in the library one is because, like, yeah, I'm probably there with my kid. Because the last time I was in a library was with one of the kids.
yeah.
So I was just like, damn, like that would be some wild ass shit to walk into.
I just
like,
mind my business. Like I saw people like in Hollywood and like Los Angeles and shit doing crack and fucking like broad.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not gonna walk up to them and be like, hey, I'm telling.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Just be like, what are you doing? Oh my god,
Are you doing crack?
Could you fucking imagine? You'd be dead. That was
Oh,
it. But
sure.
yeah, dude. I'm just like, I don't know. I've always just been like, not my pig, not my farm. Like altercations. The only time I would say I'd really would step in, not to put on my fucking white knight gear, but yeah, if someone's getting like definitely like either bullied or taken advantage of,
Right.
like, you know,
Yeah,
then
sure.
I feel like, you know, like you know, you kind of have to do your part and do that. Like if you just see like, I don't know.
Not even like, see, at that point, if it was something like that, like I wouldn't even like think it was my job to like save that person. I think I would just draw a lot of attention to it.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What's this guy doing to this woman?
Well, like I always like watching. I always like watching those videos of like. I'm sure you've seen it. But it's like the guy that like saves that chick from just being followed. You know, like he's like doing like one of those.
Oh,
like,
where he just like pretends to be her friend.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's just like that. Like that's kind of like your.
But see, okay, so this is the dicey thing about that is that like, because I think I know what video you're talking about. And she approaches him, right?
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Oh, hey, you're here."
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But like,
No, you If
what if that dude's even crazier than the last dude?
just you picked the wrong house, fool.
Yeah, just you're not going.
No, I'm talking like you shouldn't treat any like you know that just goes back to like the fucking simp that's just like, is this guy bothering you? Like don't do that.
I've had that happen to me.
yeah, I have to.
Yeah. It's just like, hey man, fucking get back. Literally, I've had to tell a dude, like, get back in your fucking house. Because, like, you know, like I've talked about it a few times on the podcast where, like, yeah, I was in a pretty bad relationship and it got loud a lot of the times, you know, and there were times where it got loud in public, you know, and I remember one time it was like happening outside of our front door at our apartment complex, and the dude like pops his head out and he's just, hey, everything okay out here? I was just like, yeah, everything's great, man. Go back in your house, you know?
Right.
Fucking like,
Yeah,
mind your own business.
Just like you know, you mind your own business, and in the opposite perspective, yeah, anyone who gets in my business, I get fucking. Yeah, did I tell you about the lady when I got in the car accident, the one that tried to just be the fucking savior? I tell you about her. The one who's just like she looked like what's that lady comedian's name? She's the gay lady that had breast cancer. Tig.
Tig Notaro?
Yeah, love her, by the way.
She's great.
She's
Yeah,
fantastic.
she's funny.
Amazingly. But she looked just like her. And like I remember I got out of my car, immediately ran over. I'm like, are you okay? Like, I'm fine. Is there anyone else in the car? You know, I saw this lady cross diagonally from like one corner to the other. Not L, went across.
Oh,
because we
shit.
stopped traffic.
Yeah.
And she went across, and she had like she was on a warpath, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Not to me. Are you okay? I saw everything. Yeah, you have to call the police. Don't let him leave. I'm like right here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the one that I was literally
Right.
was like, I'm gonna call the police right now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna get my insurance.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't go anywhere, sir. Like stuff like that. And then, dude, the cops fucking get there, and the whole time, she's that lady. She's like, do I need to give a statement? Do I need to give a statement? They're like, dude, no. And I think the guy was one of the nicest cops I've ever seen, by the way. It's so funny. He was so casual. While the lady was talking to me, he's in the back of his car, like his cruiser or whatever, just eating his lunch. Thought that was pretty funny. Like he's just like, just another day, you know,
Man's
whatever.
gotta eat.
Yeah. But the whole time she's talking to him while he's eating. And I hear her like, she's like, did you breathalyze him? Did you breathalyze him?
my
I'm
God.
like, dude, what the fuck are you doing right now? And he's like, ma'am, that's not necessary. Like you know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, people who do that shit, who just want to put themselves in the business, is just the fucking worst. Go back in your fucking house.
Yeah. Was she on her way somewhere? Like, fucking go do what you got
I
to
think
do?
no, dude, I seriously think the way that she was dressed, she actually looked really good. She looked like fucking cool business casual. She was like super thin, and she had like one of those like cool, like super like silky like dress shirts.
Yeah.
And like gray, like she looked pretty spiffy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I think she was out to dinner because it was right by I got hit by where we took Allie for her birthday dinner at Sasoba. Yeah, I got hit right there. So I think she was like out with her friends because it was nighttime. I seriously think she was just like, hold that thought, and like went over.
She's like, I need to involve myself.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, so my situation, I was on a date and we met there, but she got there first. So I was just like, and it was like a Tinder thing. So of course you kind of like act like strangers. You're like, hey, like, oh, so and so, yeah, are you Jacob? You know, yeah, not like 5 minutes passed, and like I'm talking to her, and like again, like our body language is kind of like we're still strangers, so we're not close or anything, you know. And this guy literally taps her on the shoulder. Is just like, "Oh, hey, what's up? My name is so and so. Are you doing okay?" Just yeah. It's like, "Oh, is this your brother?" No. Oh, is he bothering you? I was like, "Are you fucking like, dude? Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Now, if you see the guy like do something with the drink or get a little too handsy, I still don't think you should address it. Personally, I think that you should be like, "Hey, like bartender or whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Because for all you know, I am fucking crazy, and I'll just stab you in the fucking abdomen,
Right.
and but stay in your lane, people. That's honestly some of the best advice that I can give is like fucking stay in your lane. Like I can't handle people that just are gonna make this all. Here's your participation trophy for doing the right thing, man. Like
I don't know. I mean, I'm mad now.
I was gonna go back to saying,
I have a tummy ache.
I wish I screenshot. One of my favorite things you ever said to me is you're like, would you say you were like, I just took the biggest shit of my life and my depression was cured? And then 5 minutes later, you were like, all right, I just jacked off. Now I'm depressed again. That was probably one of the best things you ever said, dude.
Yeah,
I
man.
tried my best to talk about it when we were talking about it originally, and I was like, oh, I fucking forgot. You're so fucking funny, dude.
I found the on-off switch, man.
Just the serotonin increaser.
Found out how to turn off the depression.
Can we talk about this? Because ever since you told me about it, I've been like reading about it, and I'm so fucking flabbergasted.
Yeah, man.
So there's this thing that came out. It's called the Don't Say Gay Bill. Florida Senate passes controversial LGBTQ school measure.
It's called the Don't Say Gay Bill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In parentheses.
That's not what it's called, but that's what people are calling
don't say. Yeah. So Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has signaled he would sign a bill which would ban classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in primary schools. I didn't think this was like an issue. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I mean, so how old is Julian?
Julian?
Yeah.
He is 5.
So he's in kindergarten? Would be?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe that is a little bit too young, but I don't know. So let me see. Florida Senate passed a bill Tuesday which would prohibit classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in the state's primary schools. The measure, dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill by its opponents, was passed by the state house last month and now heads to Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who previously expressed support for it. This is going to endanger the safety of our LGBTQ students and adolescents. Senator, they said during Tuesday's debate, we will not stop until the state moves forward and actually values everyone in it, everyone no matter their sexual orientation. So, that just kind of perplexes me. Like I'm still just so I'm thunderstruck that it's just like we're not even allowed to talk about it.
It is weird because it's also like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around saying that like it was misinterpreted or something like that. But it's like from what I initially understood it's like that it's gonna manage how it's like explained in the school system. Like from what I saw, it was something like, like if you express, any, I guess apparently any type of homosexuality or anything like that, like it's now one of those things where like if a teacher finds bruises on you, where like they have to tell the parents.
Oh, this bill says This bill says parents, your right to raise your children does not end when they walk into the classroom. This bill recognizes that parents are not the enemy. Republican Senator Danny Burgess said ahead of the 22-17 vote on Tuesday. The bill simply says that there should be an age limit on certain discussions. It's not a new concept, nor is it radical. Again, I mean, I can almost, I think making a law about it's a little ridiculous. I think it's up to the teachers to just kind of be like, hey, let's move along. I think that, I mean, what age group, because.
Well, yeah, it's not like you were in like, like in first grade.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, they were like, Christopher Columbus had homosexual tendencies, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, it depends on, okay, hold on. The measure bans classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity in kindergarten through the third grade. Okay, so I mean, again, this didn't need to be a bill. Like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, like who's talking to third graders about,
yeah,
being gay?
Right, but I mean, it also makes it sound like we're oh, we can't teach our kids about butt fucking. Like, no one's saying that. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, that's so fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, but of course, yeah, I mean, this is so ass backwards, dude. I don't understand. I do think that this is a conversation that you can have like with your parents and stuff like that. What I find fucked up is that if what you're saying, I didn't see that part, but you're saying that if someone
That was something that I read. I'm not even trying to say that that's fact. That's just something I read. And if that's how it is, then that's insane. You know,
like they're gonna out you for being gay.
essentially, yeah. I mean, that again, like I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I read. And if it is that, I mean, like shit, dude, like that's fucking wild.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think every person has the right to come out when they're good and ready. I didn't have that opportunity, but you know, that's either here nor there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not this is affecting me. Now I just remember that, you son of a bitch. You did that. You shysted me like that, dude.
Did I though?
You did.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's back when I had like 22 subscribers, so it's fine. I think those 22 subscribers already knew.
Well, now all the rest of them know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, Jacob.
It's okay. I honestly, I think it's important that you let your kids express themselves in the way that they want to be expressed. However, I do think that, does it really need to be a topic of discussion as like a primary school subject? No, not really. But I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't think that should be a topic of a primary school discussion. So, I just think it's weird, like the laws that get
Fucking
passed.
math, right?
That's actually the only one that I'm like, yeah, it should be taught. Dude, can I just say, I want to vent for a second, as I'm so sick of seeing people that are just like, they never taught us to do our taxes in school. Like, I'm getting really sick of, because let me ask you this, and this begs the question, what do you think you have to do when you do taxes? like people who complain about that literally just have a W-2.
Yeah.
And you just go to fucking TurboTax. Shout out TurboTax if you want to sponsor me. I've been using you every year since I could. All you have to do is just now it even takes a fucking picture of your W-2.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that argument. Like, yeah, sure, it would have been cool to understand like taxes or whatever and stuff, but this whole like the school failed on teaching us how to fucking.
I also want to interject with that. I did learn how to do that in school.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to the same school. When did
I
you?
went to
You were in the Smart.
This is the kicker. I learned it in 6th grade.
Oh.
Yeah. I took a home ec class in 6th grade, and they taught us how to write checks.
Yeah, I remember learning how to write checks.
They taught us how to file your taxes. They taught us how to, write a business letter. They taught us a bunch of that shit.
Yeah, I learned how to write a resume. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, if you're a fucking, like, businessman and you have to file all these different forms and tax deductions and receipts and shit like that, yeah, maybe you're like, I wish I would have learned about this in school. But if you've been working at fucking Dunkin' Donuts all year long and you have one W-2 and no kids
take a
to clean,
picture and answer a questionnaire.
yeah. And I think people are just like, well, I don't know what these questions mean. I promise you, 99.9% of them don't pertain to you.
Even then, like, if it's that hard, like, you can just hire a dude.
For the same price. Yeah, I remember.
You just hire someone who says that they'll do it, and then they'll do it.
Right. It just drives me crazy. I'm just, I don't know. These people who just love to fucking complain about the dumbest shit. Like, I heard another one. Did you see that thing I posted or I shared? It was just like, all of you guys complaining about the gas prices, but have no problem spending $35 on DoorDash. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, do you think you're better than me because you said that? Like,
right.
I don't know. It's because this whole generation has a fucking voice now. And
everyone's got a voice. I mean,
it's like did you watch our video with the lady doing the apology for Vladimir Putin?
No.
You didn't watch that?
I did not.
I will watch that. Cuz like again, this is the grand like I'm so involved in myself. I need to make everything about me.
Why you got Clara Fernandez up there?
Who's that? Who is that?
Spanish pole vault.
Oh shit! I don't know because they know I'm a freak, dude.
She's got those cheesecakes,
dude. Female Olympians are very
Look
hot.
at you, man. You got Reddit on there.
I know, dude. I got a lot of
Cringe
stuff.
mega compilation.
Yeah, dude. I watch these things to get me by throughout the day. To leave me alone. They make me so happy. How do you think I get fucking content for this shit, dude? They all just make me happy. Where the fuck am I going? Yes. Okay, so check this shit out. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. God damn it. It's always one fucking thing with this thing, I swear to fucking God. Is it up? Up. Thanks, buddy. Oh, that's why.
I fixed it, see?
God, this fuck. I already did it wrong. Fuck. That button's so fucking funny. All right. So check this out. This is like what I mean. Like this. Ugh.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise.
Slam poetry. A slam poem. Do you know when this was posted?
When?
The day that they invaded. The day that they invaded. Like this is what Twitter's done to the world, dude. It's
Of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been warm. So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught.
yeah, I mean, dude, that's so fucking crazy.
We should like watch it again
What?
and try to bleep out funny words.
Oh, that'd be funny. All right, let's see if we can do it. All right. I'm gonna try.
You try it.
All right, let's see. All right, hold on. I gotta get to the. All right. Let's see what I can do here.
Dear President Vladimir, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories light the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. The world would have been warm. So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of quickly taught that you in a cruel, unjust.
Okay, you get it.
Oh, I will try.
You want to try it? All right, you try it.
You now decide no one will get the back of you. Is I do not.
Man, this is a great episode. People are gonna love that part, especially just the fucking the audio listeners. They're gonna think that's so funny. That's awesome. I don't know, man. I just look at shit like this and I'm just like, I can't believe people are allowed to have a Twitter. Apparently, this lady's like super famous too. Like she's done like TED Talks and like, yeah, dude. Oh, there we go. Hollywood actors trolled for cringeworthy video on Putin.
Dang. By Sky News Australia.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if the fucking news called you cringe? Oh my god. I don't know. I'm so glad that I mean, I used to be this person, absolutely. And no one wants to go back on their fucking Facebook memories 10 years ago, but I'm glad that I eventually got out of it, you know?
Oh, you used to be a slam poetry person?
No, I used to be fucking cringe as shit.
I mean, everyone was.
Exactly. So it's like anyone who wants to slam.
Nobody was cringe until the word cringe started becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And we had a way to describe people that did annoying things.
But people definitely grew up and they never.
That's true. Like, I think most content creators are very cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of YouTubers and stuff, like just anybody. If you record yourself giving money to a homeless person,
oh yeah,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
For
that's
sure.
great that you did a nice thing, and without you doing that, I wouldn't know that people were out here doing nice things. You've definitely done it more than I have.
Yeah.
But like, think about that person, you know, and like they're like it's fucked up. Like, yeah, you're giving them $500. But how much money are you going to make off this?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
You're using them as content, and that's a bummer.
Yeah. It's just like the same thing where it's just like, you know, it's like hashtags to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know as well as I do people who it's just like, even on fucking Facebook, like they'll put pictures and it's just like a fucking row of hashtags because they want people to see
Right.
You know what I mean? Or it's just like the like people who like when the French like when Paris was bombed. It's like everyone had their fucking like their French flag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, man, you're so awesome. Like you're so fucking cool.
I mean, like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like I don't hate people who put like support flags on like their shit. Because, you know, that's the same as putting like a flag on your house.
Yeah.
Or like on your car or whatever, or a sticker. You know, my thing is just like, I'm really glad to know that you didn't support a bombing or a shooting.
Yeah, yeah. I think it'd almost be even fucking crazier if someone was just like, I stand with
Right.
terrorists. Just like I fucking got, just I got your ass, dude. Like that's even fucking. You want to be ballsy, dude? You want to be different? You fucking. I fucking get it.
Hope for ISIS.
You just put a fucking hammer and sickle on your Facebook picture right now, dude.
Damn. Did you hear about that? That gymnast. Look it up, dude.
All right,
Russian gymnast. So you remember how I was joking about like the Z's that they're painting on like the tanks and stuff, the Russian tanks?
Yeah.
And that's apparently like to show that they're like in support of the war or whatever.
Okay.
So there was a Russian gymnast. I'm not sure what type of. Yeah, we'll go back. Backspace. Yeah, the first one.
Where's Z?
Dude, he wore the Z on his uniform.
Wait.
To
What's the Z?
the Z. It's the Z that they paint on tanks, the Russian tanks. And I guess it has something to do, like, it's supposed to be like their, like, I don't know, like their battle symbol or like their call of support or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So, like, it's like a white Z, right?
Okay.
Just the letter Z. And he's a Russian gymnast, and he's wearing the Z next to a Ukrainian gymnast. And this was like, it happened like, what, like a few days ago.
Oh, it says music. Hold on. Russian gymnast wore a pro-Z symbol while standing beside Ukrainian athlete on the podium. Oh, and he's got his fucking hand around him. Oh my God, that's fucked up. Vladimir Putin supporters have been seen wearing clothes and badges with the letter Z on them, referencing their support to the invasion of the Ukraine. Oh my God. That's fucking... Oh, dude, he looks like... Oh, he's got it like a fucking supervillain.
I know, right?
When Kuliak stepped onto the podium with the Z symbol clearly on his top, it was a shocking statement, particularly given Ukraine's Kovtun was the winner of the discipline. Damn it, he still lost to Ukraine. Get fucked, Russia.
Stay losing.
Yeah, stay losing, dude. Stay mad, dude. When he took to the top step to receive his gold medal, he shook hands with Karimi but did not acknowledge. Oh, wow. Yeah, dude. Stay mad.
Damn,
Yeah, supporting bodies have imposed strict sanctions on Russia, throwing them out of a host of major competitions, including the World Cup and the Winter Olympic Games. See, dude, this is just
that's some balls.
This
dude.
is 100% fuel for him to just be like, I'll fucking show them, dude. You're gonna treat me like that? I'll fucking show you, dude. Like, that's what worries me.
Yeah.
Is that everyone is just like, he has no friends except for like the friends that no one wants. Like, he's literally just, dude, he's like fucking sitting there and like their money's gonna go away. Like, they're getting fucking denied for American banks. Like, no one wants to fucking join the draft. They're getting banned from everyone. He's sitting in his fucking tower.
You motherfucking accuser! Get the fuck out of here!
Dude, he is like, that Z's the new fucking symbol, dude. Like,
That's like, yeah, dude, that'd be like walking up there like with a swastika or
that's
something.
fucking
like,
insane. The balls on that. What a shitty cause to fucking support, dude. Like,
I mean, I guess that's like, I guess that could be like patriotism. Or
well, it is
something,
patriotism, but
like,
it's just,
yeah, because I mean, I don't know if that kid knows. Again, apparently half the Russian army doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, unless Putin just told them to say that. But
that's so fucking crazy.
isn't that insane?
I do love the fact that he still didn't win, though. It would have been a lot more of a boss move if he fucking won, but he's still stay losing, dude.
Stay losing.
That's so fucking crazy. I mean, I am waiting to meet the person here that's just like, all I'm saying is I fucking get it, like, if that was my land, I'd want it back too. Like, I'm waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting for it. These are the same people.
There's no people there, man. Go take the land. Like,
These are the same people on TikTok that that were just like, here's my 5 reasons why I love communism, but now they're just like, we fucking hate Russia and fucking. It's just like, yeah, dude, it's so fucking crazy. You know, anyone who dedicates themselves leader for life, I mean, that's not good.
It's eventually not going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, you look at all the people that were just essentially in charge for life and all the cool things they fucking did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just scary because, you know, back then it was like, yeah, it sucked. We threw a bunch of people at a war that they had no business being in, but don't even need that anymore. Like, you literally don't need that anymore. You literally have a button that could either blow up the world, or we could just do like fucking cyber warfare now. Just start taking away people's shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Russia has any kind of like serious exports that we need. But
the gas, the oil.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second. Fucking.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I paid $30 at the gas station today, and it filled up half my tank, and I'm fucking mad.
I'm gonna take a look at something here because I'm gonna be driving there in like fucking 2 weeks. So let's see how this is. Yeah, $4.79 a gallon. That's fucking crazy. That's such a fucking buzzkill. I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, $4.
Speedy's truck stop.
Okay. Well, either way, it fucking sucks. But I guess
That's still crazy. I mean,
like I think what stresses me out is that, like, just like COVID, like I just feel like now that, you know, what we were talking about, everyone has a voice now. Like, I feel like this is never going to be the same anymore.
it's really not.
Even if it ends and they're just like, either they get Ukraine or they don't, and let's just say they get Ukraine and they stop after that, like, it will never be the same again.
Right.
We had legit aggression for the first time in a while.
Yep. I mean,
well, no, and the other thing happened too. Like, didn't essentially the Taliban take over?
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you remember the videos of like the people falling?
Yeah,
off the
that was
plane?
fucking
That's
sad.
horrible,
That's
man.
where I feel this is my most privilege. Is I'm just like, all I can do is just watch and be sad. But those people are there, fucking literally living in shit right now. I think the videos that always get like, I feel so fucking bad. Like, I feel bad for feeling bad. Like, that's so fucking like.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but like, yeah, dude, it's like we're really privileged to be in the situation we're in. Like,
just to watch by the sidelines, like, yeah, dude, that fucking
like,
sucks.
I guess, you know, I can be mad about expensive gas, you know, but it's a lot worse for other people, you know. So I mean, but
then you realize just again, like, just how fucking cushiony the Western civilization has it. I watched this thing. It was like Joy Behar on The View, and it was like, I don't know if you saw it, but she's essentially just like, yeah, it's really crazy about like what's going on over there right now. You know, I've been trying to go to Europe on vacation for like 4 years and
that's like her
haven't been able to do it because of COVID. And now this fucking inconvenience, like, it's just like, are you serious, bro? Like,
from what I understood, I guess some people were like coming to her defense because they were just like, well, she's got family in Italy that she hasn't been able to see because of COVID restrictions, right? But at the same time, it's like people are dying.
Yeah, people are dying.
You know, like that. Like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. It's just, and I mean, you kind of gotta check your privilege every single day. I mean, there's so many times where I think that's why now I just feel like I am obligated to just help people any way I can. Like, you know, I never carry like cash with me, but
just make sure you record it.
I know I got it. What's your name, man? You know, just gotta fucking have it up. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. No, but I mean, it makes me feel good. I mean, it makes me feel like I could do something, and you know, I guess I don't know, what can I do about over there. I think that's another reason why I feel so small. You know, it's like, it just makes me feel sad for people, and it's just like, I feel for them, and like, I think that like the ones that break my heart. I hate that we're talking about this now because we're gonna wrap it up soon, but it breaks my heart that, like, I hate watching those videos of like dudes saying goodbye to their wives and girlfriends.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucking sad, and you know, and then I just think about like the casualties that have just already happened, and you know, if this shit gets resolved, then it's just like, okay, well, that was for fucking nothing. Like, you know, if I had a family member who was just there and he had to go to war or whatever, and it's just like he passed away, and then it's like 2 weeks later they're like, all right, well, you know, ceasefire and they can have it now. Sorry. It's like, it's a shitty feeling, you know, and I think that's like what I really feel the most for, you know. And then that's when I get scared again because I'm like, dude, I'm not going to get fucking drafted. If we're that close to intervening, like, we're just not going to live. Like, that's just... Because, I mean, think about it. I mean, like, if he fucking sends one over, you know we're going to send one over, and then they're going to send... Like, it's just... That's game over. As soon as the first one flies, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I always say, like, this is probably one of the only instances where I'm kind of... I'm all, like I say, I'm almost kind of glad that we have, like, one of the shadiest, like, governments in existence.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah.
You know, because I'm just like, hey, man, like, you know, we got all the resources. We have all, like, you know, the technology and stuff. Like, I'm like, if they, well, how long, when did we drop bombs? 45?
45.
So, in 60 years...
80 years.
80 years.
Yeah.
In 80 years.
No, wait. Yeah, 80 years.
Is it 80?
Yeah, because 1940, because it's 2022, yes, like 80-ish years, yeah.
80-ish years. Like, if we haven't found a way other than just dropping more nuclear bombs to deter nuclear bombs, like, what the fuck have we been doing?
Didn't they try to do, like, that whole Star Wars program thing? Did you ever remember that? Like,
I mean, that's a thing. I mean, like, yeah, like, that, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that we have, I'm confident that we have a lot more shit than than the general public knows about.
Yeah.
You know, to where that stuff wouldn't be a problem. I don't want to say that is the case, but it's like, you know, if we were able to come up with a nuclear bomb in, 15, 10, 20 years?
Yeah.
Like, in 80 years, if we haven't come up with a counter to that,
yeah,
you know, like, we wouldn't be...
By the way, that invention was so shitty, the guy's on record just being depressed after making it. Like,
what?
The guy that invented the atom bomb.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, he was like, what have I done?
Yeah, that's the dude, the famous quote, like,
I am become death.
Yeah,
like,
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's such a fucking...
That's such a dark thing to say.
Just waiting for Biden to come out of the White House in a fucking Mark II Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
like...
literally, he was just saying, like, I created what will probably end the world.
Yeah,
that's fucking scary.
That is scary.
Imagine having that weight on you.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, you know, you always tell me, you know, I mean, you're just being a good friend, but you're always telling me, like, oh, just, you know, calm down, don't think about it too much. It's just like, I think in the last 2 weeks, I have reflected on my own mortality more than I've ever done in my entire life. Where, like, I'm losing sleep about it, and it's just hard to, like, just not think about it.
And it's only natural. I mean, it goes back to, like, you know, like, because another thing that I always tell you is just like, hey, man, like, if it's time, it's time.
Yeah.
You know, just accept that you can't do shit about it when it's happening. You know, it's sad, it's dark, but it's just like, it is a part of life. It's just as sure as being born, dude, you're going to die.
Which is fucking, I mean, I think one thing that does give me solace is, like, it was almost astronomically impossible for me to even be born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it, like, right place, right time, right nut, I made it. You know, for real, like seriously, dude, like, the probability, did you know that the probability of you becoming a human is like 100 times greater than winning the lottery?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. Like, like, think about it. Like, when you really, I mean, I don't want you to think about your dad busting nuts, but, like, think about, like, your dad could have just decided to jerk off that day.
Yeah.
And you would have never been here.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? And then you had to fight all the other swimmers. Like,
yeah,
that's so crazy. I think, and that's what, like, gives me, like, my breath of fresh air. Like, you know what? And that goes back to what I was talking about originally. Just, like, stop just doing, like, if you're into a video game, you better be so into that fucking video game because it makes you happy. If you casually just do everything all day, every day, like, you have no real interest and you just kind of float around, you are, in my opinion, just not doing enough for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, wasting the life that you've been given through astronomical odds.
It's crazy.
Like, yeah.
So many things, like, have just come to the culmination of me becoming what society makes fun of now and having a fucking podcast.
Dang.
The universe stars aligned and gave us another shitty podcast that I put way too much money in.
What was that we were talking about earlier, that not everyone deserves a voice?
Yeah. Yes, that was...
So now you've heard our shitty opinions.
This is the most meta-ironic episode. Not everyone deserves a voice. Let me tell you how I feel about the Ukrainian... That's a great way to end it. Not everyone deserves a voice. Make sure you like and subscribe and listen to my voice. I'm up and running every Friday for your pleasure. Whether you want to or not, I'm here if you want some.
This is not the news. Yeah. This is entertainment.
Yes.
Please.
I wanted to say also, good job. Before we go, I wanted to say good job again on helping me on last week's episode. That will actually be airing this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you for that. I'm glad that you've been able to help out, and it's been really sweet. I appreciate everyone. I'm so pissed off because I got 100 subscribers, and I've been stagnant at 100 subscribers for 2 weeks now almost.
Dang.
And I'm just like, someone else, please.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, please.
Make your mom subscribe.
Yeah. like when you were at the book fair, you made your parents go sell magazine subscriptions so you could get some fucking...
I did it. Not doing it anymore. I got the cool spike kit.
Anything else before we go, Christian? You have anything else to bum me out with before we go?
You know, I was going to try to think of like a crazy disease that's like unpreventable and undetectable to tell you about.
Cool.
But I couldn't think of the name. But there is one.
Okay, cool.
All right,
awesome. Well, according to Christian, it's all meaningless. You know, we're all here for no reason. We're going to...
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's all been a lie.
Yep.
All right.
I love you, man. Thanks for being on.
Love you too, man. Thanks for having me.
If you like what you heard, type into their Instagram and Twitter. The information's right below with their email.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy.
Be sure to log into the channel by subscribing and check out the previous episodes. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new one. We out for now.